Well, the Detroit Red Wings have finally done something here in the free agency. The Detroit Red Wings announced they have signed Vladimir Tarasenko to a 2-year contract, $4.75 million per. There was a glaring hole in that top 6 after losing everyone, and yeah, you know what, that's a good pickup. I like the addition of Vladimir Tarasenko. Now you can run Tarasenko, Larkin, Raymond, DeBrincat, Comfort, Kane, and I think that works out really well. They really did need a left-handed forward in that top 6. Last year, Vladimir Tarasenko had 55 points in 76 games, and of course, won the Stanley Cup as a member of the Florida Panthers, where in 24 games, he had 9 points and was a +4. Obviously, not the youngest guy out there, not the player he was back in, say, 2018 or whatever. However, I think this is a great addition for Detroit. They needed that help in the top 6. Realistically, who are you going to play, right? You're going to have Larkin, Raymond, Kane, Comfort, DeBrincat, FABBRI? Actually, no, it wouldn't have been FABBRI, as the Anaheim Ducks have just tweeted out that they've acquired Robby Fabbri in a conditional 2025 fourth in exchange for Gage Alexander. Fabbri's a 28-year-old winger. He had 32 points in 68 games last year. Always been a big Robby Fabbri fan. However, the truth is he's just very injury prone. He's had I don't know how many ACL and MCL injuries, and it's time for Detroit to move on. He's making $4 million a year. Only one more year at this cap hit, but yeah, not something that we really wanted to see here in the bottom 6. Certainly not a top 6 player, but probably would have been our only option if we didn't sign Tarasenko, so I'm happy. When I say only option, you could have had Berggren or Kasper, someone up there. You could have tried them out, but Fabbri at least has the history. Gage Alexander is a 6'6" goalie who's currently in the ECHL. He has played in the AHL before, but not really someone I'm expecting to make the Wings roster anytime soon, if ever. That being said, he is only 22, so hey, you never know. Now, I was waiting for Detroit to do something, right? We knew Patrick Kane resigned. I'm absolutely stoked to have Patrick Kane back on Detroit, but they didn't do a ton. They got Cam Talbot and Jack Campbell in net. I expect Campbell to be in the AHL. Talbot competing for the starter spot, probably with Lyon. Maybe they move out Husso. But we just kept waiting and waiting. That Trouba trade never happened. All the big fish in free agency went, and Detroit didn't get any of them. Just some smaller additions, and it was getting kind of nerve-wracking there. I do like the pickup of Vladimir Tarasenko, essentially replacing David Perron. I do think he's better offensively, not as good defensively, but Vladimir Tarasenko on a line with like Kane and Comfort, that could be pretty sick. And at the end of the day, I'm hoping for more moves from GM Steve Yzerman. We need help on defense. So, like, if you're a Wings fan and you're not concerned about the team this year on defense, I don't know what you're doing. There is that rumor of Jacob Trouba coming to Detroit. That hasn't happened, and they didn't sign any of the big names in free agency, Gustafsson being the biggest one. Definitely not someone who I was expecting to pick up, and Ghost signing in Carolina for way cheaper than I expected. So, yeah, we need help. Yzerman, what's the plan? In the end, I'm happy with the addition of Vladimir Tarasenko to the Detroit Red Wings. I'm not super upset seeing Robby Fabbri go, considering his injury history. The top 6 is looking solid. Bottom 6, meh, we'll see what the kids can do. You know, if you have Kasper, maybe Carter Mazur, Danielson, Jonathan Berggren, there's a lot of options that we can bring up. And then you got the defense, and that's where I'm really concerned. The Lyon and Talbot could be all right, a 1-2 punch. That could be okay. But if Seider is the only one playing defense back there, it's going to be a rough year. Anyways, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for watching. Of course, if there's any more news, I will definitely come out here and do another video. But for now, I'm gone. Let me know down below what you think of the addition of Vladimir Tarasenko to the Detroit Red Wings and the trade of Robby Fabbri. Essentially, it's just a cap dump. The condition on that 4th round pick, by the way, is whatever pick is better, Detroit's or Boston's next year. So not really that big of a deal. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow with another video.